Should be an interesting game. We could start going over the builds actually as we are going into, because we're going to do both semi-finals. This might be a bit of a longer cup, so we need to kind of push through. And
well, it's quite early still with these
yeah.
Go4s starting at 4 p.m. CET.
I was thinking about the NA side.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
I've completely forgot the time as well. I will remember the time in about 2 seconds when I tell you. That's a lie.
It was 10 p.m.
Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. So it's not.
Or was that still with the time difference? I'm confused. So, do they still have summertime? I don't know. I don't know, and I don't care at the moment, because what I do care about is the next game we are about to see, and we will, I think, quickly go through the builds. Do you want to start off with TCG?
Sure. So having a look at Sizer, he's playing his sword dagger build, which we saw Kazes playing in the last game. Very mobile, pardon me, very kind of defensive as well. Got some nice condition removal and is very, very mobile. Like I said, dodging a lot of those attacks with his abilities and being generally a pain in the bum. But Sizer is going to be also doing the decaps, normally decapping quite well and kind of solo around the map rather than going in a paint drain combination with Helseth. Going over to Tage, he's going to be going for a bit of a different build, actually. He's gone kind of into virtues, but going for the altruistic healing. So a bit of a mix. This is a bit of a... This build was played for a while, like maybe a year ago, I think. You know, there's so many variations that, you know, he's opting for some more... He's gone... Oh, okay. Reduce... Okay, he's gone for the meditation reduced cooldown, which is actually going to enable renewed focus to pop up a bit quicker. Because that's the only... Now that has been given the meditation status. So that's something to note, that his defensive cooldowns have actually gone up quite highly. Renewed focus being another one, which also will bring up his virtues a lot quicker. So that's actually quite a good idea and quite smart, to be fair. Going over to Rom, he's going to be playing the Soldier's Handbow. We did discuss this build in the last game. High pressure on point, 1v1s, he's good. He's also good in team fights, causing stun pressure and burning on point. Going over to Helseth, he will be playing more than likely the standard Shatter build for Mesmer. High damage on point, and high single target damage when he causes those shatters, of course, as well. Also going for the polymorph mower, which is very, very good against bunkers and whatnot, and using that portal very effectively, as he usually does. Going over to finally Texby, who will be replacing Denshi as the elementalist, but he's obviously playing the engineer. He's going to be going with the standard 2-kit mesa build with a 60062 build with invigorating speed, using that toolkit as defensive ability. Has just switched back in Elixir S there, so it does look like he's going to use that as a defensive cooldown as well, opting for stealth and also vulnerability. Might be able to get these downs a little bit better than than say someone like Hibify, who doesn't use that kind of utility. That is the red team, and that's TCG for this next game.
Yeah, so we still have to have yet to see TCG play in their full normal roster. Last time we saw Texby substituting for Helseth, and well, they got kicked out in the quarterfinals. And
Nick,
now, what?
TCG's on red at the moment.
Do I have it wrong? Oh, wait. Damn it.
Quick
there
switch.
we go.
It's all easy.
Yeah. One press of a button and we have it correct. So, yeah. So now Texby instead of Denshi. We'll see how that will work out. On the blue side, we do have Pizza with Nutella starting with Ultra Stegon for the same build as on the other side. We also have a Strength Rune going with the Sword Dagger. So pretty much the counterpart to Sizer there. Chronox is running the standard altruistic healing triple shout Bunker Guardian. Demon Lord is on a Hambo Warrior. So Rom's counterpart there, and Naya with the Ranger. Going at the moment, is it... Oh, moving over to the... Oh wait, has he been playing the survival build all along? I can't remember.
So who was that? Naya with the survival traits.
Yeah.
Yes, he's... Oh no, he's gone into skirmishing. Okay. He was in nature magic before.
Yeah, running kind of a still with 2 spirits, right? Or was he?
Yeah, I think it's a mix. Yeah, maybe
Or
one.
was it Tamia?
even.
I get Rangers confused. Damn.
Yeah, Naya. Well, we haven't seen Naya for a few weeks, really, to be fair, in the
Yeah.
5v5. So, I mean, he's going for what's the moment of clarity? Gain an attack of opportunity for you and your pet in interrupting a foe. Days and stun durations that you inflict will last longer. So, CC of more CC there, probably for survival and extra damage, and also gaining vigor as well when getting that critical hit against him. Low cooldown of 15 seconds. So, you know, it's kind of survivable as well as also, you know, some extra DPS potential. I mean, be quite good to see this build in action, actually. We are waiting for Taskin. There we go. Last member of that team.
Yeah. Running with a... Wait, is it now that he switched over on the other side? I think same build as Taxby, correct?
Yes, indeed. Much exactly the same. Are they
Also
going
Fist or
for...
Shield?
Not going for the condition trait there either, actually. Texby's been trying it out, as I remember yesterday. Not going for it. When you got more conditions on the opposite teams, engineers are starting to go for the condition duration. Oh my god, I've just forgot the name of the trait on the alchemy tree for engineer. That's amazing. Automated response, that's it. And, you know, that condition damage reduction, sorry, duration reduction. So... don't need to do that in this because there isn't that many conditions. Might be useful versus maybe Naya, I'm not sure. But and Ken.
For the reduced condition duration, we
More for
still
Necros.
have the Holbrook for Taxby, but
Yes, indeed.
Taze can go for the Balthazar rune.
Yeah, so he's going to do, it's more about like that Condi dot damage burst from Tayskin, and it's more about the damage over time that's built up for Texby with those might stacks. So yeah, we can, pardon me. We are ready to go in this first game of the first semi-final that we will be showing. We are seeing the Civilised Gentleman, your Chinese team, your EU team that's going to be going to China for the World Tournament Series finals, and Pizza with Nutella, who will be able to give them, I think, quite a good fight.
We will see if they will. So, TCG may be coming in to restore their honor and make it further than... well, they are in the semi-finals. They have already made it further than last time around. And we're going to have a look at the splits.
ChroNickgamer coming out on his own there against almost 3 members of TCG, but slowly retreating round to the side there. Hellsteph going up to the mid, as well as Rom and also Tage. 3 members there of TCG. Sizer coming up behind 2 members of the blue team. Not sure that's a massively smart engagement because of the mobility he has and the amount of dodging he has as well. He can actually survive that completely fine. Couple of... he might be okay. He's trying to engage on Demon Lord as well from behind. Taskin dropping a load of damage from behind with those grenades, of course, doing a nice job. We are going to see a massive engage now on the mid.
Yeah, Tristeo was already the first to go into the fight. Took a lot of damage. Now just went down. Wait, from... did we just see the battle start to actually rest? I think Tristeo was already up. I didn't quite see that, but we do have the decap from Taxby going towards the hench on the other side. Naya doing the exact same thing, only a little bit slower. So we managed to get everyone back up. No stomps so far. ChroNickgamer stacking a bit of damage because he took the long route earlier. That was why Atrasea, for some reason... I think Pwn kind of has a tendency to let Atrastea defend some points from time to time. To at least kind of make use of the mobility, and at least the fact that he can somewhat survive a bit of an engage just due to the dodges. But I'm not sure that that's the best idea in most situations.
I'm just having a look at Sizer versus Naya as well over on the mine. Now, this is kind of even, really, actually, in terms of HP. I mean, I think Sizer's going to be okay in the end, as he used that withdraw there. But Naya's not really got enough damage to take Sizer down, and he's going to be a pain in the butt and needs to probably get some help. And the lead is just happening now for TCG. Unless, you know, Sizer, a couple of knockbacks here and there from Naya is going to get him off point, and the dodges, of course. But it's going to be a while until he gets this node. Sizer coming back onto him, actually just getting a bit of a stun, stealing that tree and giving himself a little bit of health there. So he's going to be okay. This fight's going to last a while, potentially. I mean, mid-fight as well, Rom's kind of low on HP. He is trying to kite down below with Atrustia really on the back end of him at the moment. And Rom to get that stun off as well with Atrustia coming out of that, trying to get some more damage on. Taskin's coming in with the grenades as well, getting some poison down. Nice conditions on him at the moment. He's going to go into the down state. Oh, we're going to see Tage.
Rezzing, but almost. Oh no, ChroNickgamer went off point, going for the rest of Atrustia. Almost able to get the sneaky cap there, while the rest of TCG was busy getting the rest on the side. We do have the focus switch to Helseth. He was a bit out of position now on the ledge, and the port brings him away even further. Rom and Tage going for the rest, and that is fast enough because we don't have any poison on there yet. ChroNickgamer just waiting on the cap, trying to get an advantage out of that, but it's not really enough. The focus back on ChroNickgamer, switching over Helseth. Needs to be careful to position himself right, gets caught by the immobilized but was in stealth, so Demon Lord didn't really know where he was at that point in time, giving him the advantage of just moving back up the stairs.
Sizer won that 1v1 versus Naya over on the mine point, which means that Atrustia has actually had to withdraw from that mid-fight and actually had to go over to the mine to try and get that point for them, because still not really many points coming out for them, only 17 at the moment. This mid-fight slowly but surely will probably go into favour of TCG unless Naya can get up there maybe. Texby is of course guarding their home point as well, just giving them the lead now of about 80 points, and pardon me, we are seeing Atrustia down and ChroNickgamer down as well. So on two different nodes we have the blue team going out, and Sizer might be able to pick up the mine now.
Yeah, Demon Lord disengaging from the midpoint, now coming in to hold it neutral for a little while longer. We do have the double outer point cap, a bit of respawn. Taskin coming in from the blue base, so Taxby has positioned himself correctly for that one. Demon Lord, while disengaging, kind of got chased by Rom and now caught up by Sizer as well, who was still defending their own close point. The mine got that back. Demon Lord down. They could potentially just let him bleed out there. Are they getting the stomp? I don't know if that was the optimal choice there. Decap almost coming in because Taxby had to use Elixir as knocking himself off, almost giving away the cap. Now we do have Tage on point. He can hold it a little bit safer, a little bit without all the scares of almost knocking yourself off the point.
We do have a DC as well on the team of Pizza with Nutella. Atrustia has DC'd. So they're still engaging in these fights over here.
DC Pwn, kind of things like you're laughing at them. DC Pwn. But to be honest, TCG did have the advantage before the DC. I think Atrustia actually DC'd while he was in a down state, or while he was respawning. Rom is going to go AFK, and we are quite a way into the game, so we can't really do a restart now. Atrustia already back, so Rom could re-engage, and he is doing just that. Naya going for the sneaky decap on the midpoint, getting that one, but getting engaged on by two people, although Sizer is a bit preoccupied in getting the very low taste skin down. Atrustia coming in from the side. Can he actually no, Refuge coming down, rest pretty secure. Sizer not able to get any damage down on that, and even if he would, cluster bomb AoE is not enough if you're alone. Now Pwn gaining some advantage on the mine point, although Tage is holding it strong. We do have Helseth moving over to help Sizer in the 1v1 with Atrustia, getting him caught, but he's not going to be able to get out of that. And we do have Naya down on mid already. Taskin the only one to keep it neutral. Not really looking that good for Pwn at the moment, even with Atrustia coming back.
Yeah, I just wanted to note something as well. As I went over TCG, I didn't notice, I said standard shatter build, but I didn't actually say that Helseth has actually gone for sword and torch as well. So there's some extra stealth ability, some extra survivability, which is coming out.
I think he had the staff earlier.
Oh yeah, it's okay. I mean, he's opted for more damage because he's gone for Sigil of Fire and Air on the Greatsword, and he's also gone for Sigil of Blood to gain some extra HP, of course, on that weapon set, and then also the Sigil of Energy to give him a bit more vigor. Endurance as well, so that's quite good. I mean, you've got that stuff. We did see Azani using the torch as well at different points in time, and that stealth and the extra blast from that torch ability as well is quite nice. So he's opting for that. He seems to be doing some nice damage as well with that. And you know, I think he was saying the other day, I was watching a stream, he was talking about like how Mesmer's kind of, you know, I think it's more dependent on the player rather than the class at the moment, because Mesmer is still kind of, survivability is kind of weak, unfortunately, but it all depends on how you play it, and he's opting for some more damage now, you know, so it's pretty nice. And you still got survivability from that Blurred Frenzy as well as the damage you do become invulnerable, of course. So.
Yeah, Zani was playing that a while ago, but opted to swap back over to the normal long-range Mesmer there. A little bit safer at times, but again, Refuge, I think we had Chronox attack though. It was just the channel already started, so got him out of stealth. Tayskin is moving towards the far point, is moving towards the mine to maybe get a decap against Sizer. Him with the knockbacks could be, but we do have Sizer. He can pretty much port on point again with almost all of his abilities, so that might be a bit tricky to get the decap there. The 1v1, I'd favor Tayskin there, especially since he does have the supply crate ready to go. We do see Naya moving, Atrastea and Tage over, so the mine point is going to be the big fight in a couple of seconds. Warrior 1v1, Rom against Demon Lord on the henge in the meanwhile.
Yeah, over here, Tayskin's doing a nice job just coming out on point, actually, just when Chronox came in there, as well as Naya, so he's doing a nice job and just trying to kind of kite round, offer up some regeneration to the rest of his team. He's actually going to rotate out, potentially to go to mid, not too sure. Looks like he's going to head there now to go and enable this 1v1 with Helseth, which, you know, if we can get the conditions down, will screw him up, but needs to be careful on the defensive cooldowns. He does have that Elixir S, which is really good against Mesmers as well, and that stealth which he just popped up, so that enabled him to get on the node. But the thing is, Sizes come in as well to offer up some assistance, and we're going to see this 1v2. Oh, low, we have seen Naya coming in as well, so this could be nice for them. Not sure how well this is going to go. Sizes had to bail off. Helseth's all his shatters are out now as well, and he's able to actually do quite a nice job at staying alive.
Really being left 2v1 there? Yeah, oh no, disengaging now. Sizer is really going now for the assistance against Atrastea for Taxby. I don't know if that was really necessary, or a moment ago I think Chronox just got stomped, so maybe the help there, but the midpoint lost for that. Helseth manages to escape towards the upper part of the keep, but they did lose the cap, although they can kind of do that. To be honest, they are going to get the double outer point cap in just a couple of seconds. Blue team with a bit of aggression towards the henge now, but 440 to 86. I really highly doubt that anything surprising is going to be happening now.
I don't think so. Yeah, that DC was kind of, you know, the early start wasn't amazing, to be fair. Like Naya with that Sizer 1v1 that happened so long just pushed TCG 100 points I think ahead at that point, and was kind of almost, sounds quite defeatist, but it was almost the beginning of the end, because the rotations kind of relied on that for the rest of the game. Then the Trustia DC'd, which is, you know, I think that was definitely put them kind of in the ground before they had the potential to get out again, you know. So Demon Lord have not getting that decap over on the far as well versus Rom, and now we've got Tage coming in to support him. So TCG really picking up another 2 cap here, and that will push them into the next game with 1 up for them.
Yeah, you just have to say, TCG been playing this solid all over. Wait, do we have another disconnect again? Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, I think he's going to try and sort it before the next game.
Maybe Atrastea gone now. The disconnect, of course, had a bit of an effect, but to be honest, TCG had this under control while Atrastea was there as well. I don't know how much he's suffering from any lag while getting these disconnects. That could, of course, be also a reason for them. But otherwise, 1v1s, straight up going to the side of TCG, 2v2s, team fights, everything.
Yeah,
every matchup. It isn't so much out-rotating as it is just winning the equal matchups.
Yep, indeed. That's pretty much what it's about in that game. Maybe we'll see Pizza and Nutella coming back in this next game. Well, I hope you are enjoying the Guild Wars 2, sorry, the ESL Go4 Guild Wars 2 Weekly Cup number 2.
We hope you're enjoying them.
There's no hope. Only you are. Will.
Okay. Oh, by the way, I could maybe use the time to fix your webcam.
Get jiggy. Gonna get jiggy with my can.
Because people can now see to the left, and that destroys the illusion of just the shotcaster background.
Now I've got a massive amount of stuff in the background of my room.
You weren't really able to see that, so okay. Now the illusion is back.
Yay!
You just have a giant Guild Wars 2 wall.
Yes, I just have Guild Wars 2 posters all over the shop, actually. That's all I have in my room, pretty much. So the second semi-final we will be going to after this match, which is, again, it's a really good game between Maiden Meta and Cheese Mode. I'm assuming it will be a really good game. Not sure on the roster on Maiden Meta there if they've got their full team, but I think...
As far as I know, I think Shaku can't play, so they are most likely going to go with Angel Chaos as a Elementalist. Otherwise, I think it's a normal roster. Only that one swap.
You're right.
They have been practicing with Angel Chaos quite a bit lately.
Okay. Well, we will see in this next when we're done here. And if Pizza with Nutella can come back, they are still waiting for Trustia to restart his router, get back in game, and whatnot. So we are hoping that we will be able to come back.
While we're talking about roster changes, also a little bit of a change on the side of Pwn, because we have ChroNickgamer as the Bunker Guardian instead of Lemming.
Lemming, yes. So there is a bit of a change up there of Bunker Guardian, of course. He's playing. Let's double check his build again. Altruistic Healing Standard. Yeah, the standard build. So yeah, that could be an issue as well. It's not the player's skill thing. It's more of a playing with the team kind of thing, you know, because of course that experience is very important. And with with TCG, they do have the replacement of Texby as well, so that's still, you know, a lot of difference from having an Ellie on your team. Okay, they can sustain their damage and stay up for an amount of time, but they're not really offering up much for the rest of their team, to be fair.
Almost all of the teams have some kind of substitutes in.
Yeah, some weekends, and apparently Denshi and Lemming have lives. Well, they're hungover. one of the two.
As well as Shaku. It's. I mean, I can understand it if people can't play. The teams just, even if it lessens their chances, if you suddenly have a person you haven't played with before, I think especially on the side of Cheese Mode, since they just rebuild their roster. And already have the problem of having 2 subs, because Blackjack was sleepy apparently, or overslept, or just didn't get there in time.
The chance to win some euros, dollars.
Yeah, but they are just subbing all over the place, just due to participating, you get some points if we are below 16 participating teams, which means just having yourself registered and at least getting the 25 points, if you don't make it far enough, is at least some way towards getting into the top 8. It enhances your chances to getting into the monthly finals, instead of just leaving it out because they think, well, we're not going to win anyway with this roster. Better to get a little bit than nothing.
Yes, exactly. A little bit is better than nothing, Nick, like you say. And maybe Pizza with Nutella can get a little bit of a win. A little bit of a win. Just bring it on. Come on, get in there.
Just a tiny bit of a win. Not too much. Don't want to overdo it.
They don't... if they can hit 350 and go for Lord, you know, that's going to help them in this game. Push it to a third. Hopefully the lag issues that a couple of people are having get sorted out. But, you know, I mean, even when we didn't have those issues, you could see there was a couple of problems here and there for Blue, really. I mean, the rotations, I'm not 100% sure on Naya's build at the moment either. To be honest, it seems kind of interesting. He's got kind of a bit of mobility and condition damage with the short bow, and then he's got the great sword, which...
If I'm not mixing up anything, and with the Ranger, that could very well be the case, but I think we've seen that build a couple of times before. It's not a completely new build.
I haven't seen it as much. I mean, we still don't see Rangers much anymore, to be honest.
Not really. It's pretty much Naya and Tamir.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, you're right. That's one's, yeah.
Well, I forgot to give TCG the points. I'm gonna fix that. First win to them, of course. And if Pone can maybe equalize the score on the second match, is gonna be seen in a couple of seconds. TCG on the red side and Pizza with Nutella on the blue side.
You see Demon Lord and sorry, not Naya. Demon Lord and Taskin going over to Quarry to try and take out Tixby quite quickly. Tage coming up those stairs to offer some support along with Sizer to assist. Naya is line of sighting over on the waterfall. No need to, as there is no one crossing over to that point. So much of the aggression is coming out from Pizza with Nutella at the moment, picking up the first node with contention over on the Quarry in the 2v2, and Naya is able to now engage on mid, which is a good thing because ChroNickgamer is down quite quickly as well. I mean, I didn't check. Let's check with Helseth. He didn't use his mower there, so that's not what came out over there.
No, it was just 3-man pressure from the get-go. They were focusing on him while the rest of the team was still busy somewhere else from the side of Pone. And we've also just seen the problem with trying to refuge rest Guardians. If they have started the downstate channel, they are gonna unstealth themselves.
Yep.
And there comes the mower on Naya. They want to clean up the waterfall quickly. Maybe also get the decap, but Naya's doing a good job at least dying off point. But now the storm's going to come out decap, and that is going to be the cap. And it also looks like TCG came out ahead on the quarry point.
Yeah, really good job from them actually. I mean, they really took the advantage off that midpoint. They need the 2 kills. They just moved over. Look, ChroNickgamer's running into mid alone. Okay, to keep the point contested, but now they're going to actually cap it, and the free cap is real for TCG. I mean, this is going to be really good benefit for the start of this game, and really is a solid start. We don't see a free cap really that early in a 4-5 match, normally.
Nope. Not really, but this went completely in favor of TCG. Rom went up against 2 people for quite a while, but Tage rotated towards the waterfall. That, of course, is pretty much the safe move to go if you have the point. And rotate your Guardian there to assist. He's pretty sure to rest him unless they manage to get both down at pretty much the same time, or at least Tage in a difficult situation HP-wise. But Taskin and Atracer are definitely having a little bit of trouble. We do see the supply crate coming down, but the damage on the side from Atracer is just a little bit too much. Rom now getting the damage on him, poisoned down. Are we even going to see the stomp? No, just the damage. We do have Taskin left. He's standing pretty good, almost getting Rom down, but even if he does, we have Tage to resurrect him.
Still got the 2 cap coming out from TCG at the moment, and ChroNickgamer is alone at mid. This is not good really for the blue team. They need to put him in a team fight situation, and that situation really is over on the waterfall. Although they have taken down Rom now, Tage might get the res, not going to happen. Demon Lord able to secure that down and bring back Pizza and Nutella potentially back into this fight in a 2v3 situation where they have taken Rom down. So that's not bad for them actually. That's quite a good. Can ChroNickgamer maybe come over here?
Really? No, ChroNickgamer should not be switched out for Atracer to keep the midpoint neutral.
Yeah, the portal now. I just saw the guys move, Helseth move back into mid.
Flying in from side managers to disengage. Kind of, again, lost the 1v1 against Sizer there, was pushed off the point, barely manages to escape. We have Helseth down on the side, but a good position there, especially with 2 people trying to get the rest on him, still midpoint neutral. But we also have a neutral on the waterfall point. Tage is surviving against Taskin, but sooner or later Taskin is gonna come out ahead in that 1v1 matchup. The question is TCG going to be able to pull somebody off the mid fight, or maybe to clear the fight fast enough for Tage to still be rescued? Or are they just playing for the, hey, we have 1 point, let's get the points on that and keep the other 2 neutral to get the advantage as large as possible?
I think Tage at the moment is probably saying, I really need to rotate off here at the moment, and sending maybe Rom over there to do that would be beneficial. But the thing is, they can't do that at the moment because they've got a 2v1 situation. Although, yeah, we've got kind of a 2v1 situation, 2v3 situation over on the mid at the moment. Try and correct myself. With Atrastia on the top of the node trying to take out Helseth. Texby has taken down Naya over on the quarry, bleeding him out at the moment. So
his spider's still alive, so he has to stay there to actually let him bleed out, which means the point of letting somebody bleed out is kind of lost there.
You
kind of want to get an advantage. Oh, in mid we have Rom down as well as ChroNickgamer. 2 people there to rest ChroNickgamer, and Rom might just get stomped on the side. We did have Sizer going down from conditions, but Texby is there to get the rest on him, re-engage, and they manages to get in there before, Vengeance up, and manages to get into the fight and on the point before they actually get the cap. Now, finally, a cap again for the blue team. Waterfall in the possession of Pizza with Nutella, and we do have Naya trying to be sneaky, trying to go for the decap and possibly the cap on the quarry point. No reactions so far. Are we going to see somebody move there? The one who could move there, Sizer, who was very good in the matchups against Naya, was down just a second ago, so he is going to give up the cap, but moving for the 1v1 again with half HP, engaging actually.
These... it's good that they're actually... Oh god, here we go again with the Naya Sizer 1v1. Although the fear that came out on Sizer was actually quite good, enabling him to get a bit of damage on there, which was quite nice. So maybe he might better win this 1v1. Although we're going to see Rom coming into the point as well now, which isn't going to be good for Naya over on the quarry. Although slowly but surely, Pizza with Nutella coming back. Although Mr. Demon Lord has gone down mid, he is out of the fight, and the Trusted in the down state as well. Looks like he might go. We are going to see the banner coming out actually, which is going to bring him back up. So we're going to be okay for a time at mid for Pizza with Nutella. Chester going down into down state again. Naya really low HP down over on the quarry with no real dent caused into Rom at all.
Not really. We do have an advantageous position, at least cap-wise, for the blue team, but that is most likely going to be swapped over to a 3 cap in just a couple of seconds. I can't imagine that TCG is not going to be pushing for the waterfall now. Size is already on his way, but Demon Lord as well. So it might still be the decap, just speed-wise, from Sizer getting on the point fairly quickly. Demon Lord coming in from the side. We do have the dodge of the Venom, and therefore no decap on that point, but the double cap is going to do the job anyway. We have almost 100 points on the side of Pwn and almost 300 on the side of TCG. Stomp coming out on Tayskin. He got caught kind of between the points, not really the best situation for him, and Pwn now moving towards the henge point. Quarry, not henge. Wrong map.
But I knew what you were talking about, to be fair. The south point. We're going to have to go for south, north, and mid. But yeah, now you might be able to get a decap there. Oh no, Rom actually knocking back. ChroNickgamer just
a little bit off point and got knocked
nice.
off, knocked down the second time from the line of warding. Unfortunate move there. Did he have? No, he doesn't really have anything to move through there. Now stability is back up, but that's not going to help him. Now mid is somewhat secure. We do have a 2v2, but that's not going anywhere, and Taxby's trying to apply some pressure just while moving towards the waterfall point, or juking him. Never mind. Or just wanting to find the 1v1. If he wants a 1v1, he should do it on point, and that is what he's going for now. Atrastea splitting off back to assist on the quarry point. That is pretty much their point, their possible point of aggression there. Sizer and Helseth might go down quite at the same time. There's Sizer managing to get out on the side. Is there going to be some damage? Yeah, down he goes. Atrastea, some bleeding and some poison with the cluster bombs. And oh, Pwn might actually take this one.
Yep, looks like they're going to pick up the quarry. Needs to be a little bit faster because at the moment 350 now. TCG are in range of that insta-win by going for the Blue Lord. Of course, Texby did get that decap over on the waterfall. Demon Lord, actually Texby might take this 1v1 at the moment versus Demon Lord, although Tayskin now on point won't be doing Texby a lot of favours, and he's doing a nice job at actually line of sighting round the point. He's doing a really good job of surviving and actually just almost taking that 1v1 versus Demon Lord. So Texby doing a good job. Look at Tage's timing there on the support.
And Rom might be the hero here. I think he might be winning a 2v1 right now. Are we going to see an interrupt? Is he going to be able to get the stomp? No. Again, the 2v1 not happening. Just Sizer coming in, getting Atrastea down, and now Rom can finish off both. ChroNickgamer coming from the side, trying to disengage from the midpoint, but seeing that the quarry is kind of dealt with. Therefore, just moving back to the midpoint, and they do have the double outer point cap, but what is on the side of the red team at the moment is more than 350 points, which means we're going to see a portal towards the gate and just going to end it with a Lord Rush if Pwn is not able to defend. Oh, yeah. They are moving in as a 4-man group. We do still have Rom. What is he doing? He's just having an eye for, well, defending either in the 1v1 with Taskin still, or defending their own Lord, and the 4 men are pretty much gonna get it. We do have
been mowed as well, 50% HP, 30, 25. He's gonna go
that
down.
is
So many conditions.
quick.
There's a lot of support coming out, but the Blue Lord is gonna die. 559 points to TCG there, and just as that fight finishes, they actually almost wiped. So good burst damage coming out from those guys with the coordination of the mower on the Lord, of course, which made them be able to take him out quite quickly.
Pwn was actually surprisingly good on the reaction on that. I mean, you could kind of see it coming, to be honest, but it was still a portal rush, and to counter portal rush is fairly difficult, because the enemy team is just there. If Pwn would have come in maybe 5 seconds earlier, they might have been able to turn that around, because we saw almost about to wipe there.
But what they did, the problem was as well that they still had a mid cap, so they could, even though they would have defended it well, all right, maybe they could have come back into the map and got that decap at mid, but then still they would have been at like 450, 60 points. So, you know, it would have been, it might have been a nice comeback, but, you know, we'll never know. TCG advancing to the final to potentially win 100 or 400 euros.
Yeah, 100 euros are pretty much safe already, as well as 60 Go4 points, which might